I'm missing my weapon rune, I think.
New students. How wonderful. It has been quite some time since the academy has been open.
Because yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you can just completely ignore and be like, oh, this isn't important. But then like once you get into like higher keys, if you want to do that, you absolutely have to know like, why am I dying here, kind of sort of thing. Can we sneak putting this rune on really fast?
Clear them out while we realign the life magics of this place.
5, 4.
I'm just running in and holy noving. I don't know if this is effective. The most effective tactic available. Spamming holy nova over and over again. Yeah, one thing too. So I'm the type of person who I feel like I learn information a lot better reading it as opposed to like hearing it. So for me, a lot of YouTube videos are harder to learn from versus like reading the information. I feel like a nice written guide, like a nice written explanation. But there used to be a really nice website called Mythic Trap, I think was the name of it. They haven't been updated for this expansion yet. This is a really long pull. You learn by doing only? I mean, that's valid too. If you don't mind, you know, you'll definitely have some, see, my thing is I don't like to go into content like feeling unprepared, kind of. I'm like worried about messing it up, you know, messing the groups thing up, especially like in these keys where it might be hard to get like a 20 key for a certain dungeon. Like, I feel like it helps my confidence a lot to kind of know everything I can ahead of time, you know? Yeah, some people do just like to go in there, and you can definitely learn by doing too, especially if you like do a dungeon and you die, and you probably would want to look up certain things. Like if something's killing you over and over again, you can probably figure out a way to figure that out.
Too much life magic. What are you doing?
Me? There is too much nature. What are you doing?
What is that thing?
Yeah, it's for me too, like, even though I just said, like, I like to read before I go in, sometimes I'll read and it will say, like, okay, when the, you know, like, there will be a circle and you need to, like, combine it. And I'll be like, wait, what? Like, I don't really understand what he's talking about. But then you see the circle and you might, like, not recognize it and you might die to it. But then the next time you're like, okay, that was the circle, you know? That was the circle they talked about. And I remember they said you need to combine it. And you kind of know, like, at that point. Oh, dude, we got White Smoke coming in with 30 people. What's up, everybody? You guys are coming in at a great time. We are just 3 minutes in to this beautiful Algeth'ar Academy. Yo, White Smoke, what is up? Thank you for the raid. So, like, there was an interrupt going off just now that we needed to, we stopped that healing thing. Party time! Oh, we got Jerry Curl in the building. Yo, what's up, everyone? Guys, I'm glad you're here. We're in a beautiful, beautiful key here. Oh, no, my group needs to get back in here ASAP. Hurry up, friends. The Warlock didn't make it in. That's bad.
AoE.
This is bad. He's actually going to guarantee to die. Favorite World of Warcraft streamer? Yo, thank you so much. B Squared, what is up? Guys, how's it going, everyone? Party time indeed. Happy Thursday night, everyone. Guys, we're just chilling here, playing some World of Warcraft. We're doing a key, so all you speedrunner people are going to love this. You can see my quote-unquote splits over here. This, oh, how did that guy live? Nope, he's dead. Try to keep him alive. So I am doing this timed dungeon right now with 4 other real-life people. You might know World of Warcraft is a game. It is an MMO. So there is a multiplayer aspect to this. If we keep this guy alive, we're actually insane. Is he gonna die?
AoE.
Guys, we could not have kept that Warlock alive without the cheering admiration of everyone who's not only been in the stream, but everyone who just joined us. This is one of the most intense parts of the stream, or of the dungeon that we're doing, especially if people make mistakes like that. So nicely handled. Oh, what's up, everybody? The only WoW streamer I watch. You know, I hear that a few times. You gotta head to bed. Jerry Krill. Well, thank you for stopping by. Always good to see you, Jerry Krill. Thank you for coming in, piping your little head up and saying hello. Have a good night. I hope you sleep well. I hope, you know, Jerry Krill, let me put it this way. I hope you sleep 100 times better than I've been sleeping lately. Because I've mentioned now a few times throughout the stream, I have been a tired little World of Warcraft streamer all week.
No.
I'm just not sleeping well. I don't know if it's nightmares. I don't know if it's excitement. I don't know if it's paranoia. I don't know if it's like, you know, the voices in my head. Yo, AJ doing work. What is going on? All familiar faces all around. So yeah, guys, let me explain a little bit more. We are doing a dungeon 5-man content. I am healing everybody. So, oh no, I'm not healing that guy, I guess, because he just, you know, got himself killed in one hit. That's not my fault, though.
Knock. Knock.
We are in what is known as the Algeth'ar Academy. So we are going, this is basically a school for dragons, and, you know, we cannot have people dying. 2 people have died on this pole. So there are certain things, like I said, it's my responsibility to keep everyone alive, but there are certain things where it's like nobody's living through that, so.
Knock.
I'm a little priest, you can see by my beautiful... Oh no, I died too, trying to zoom in on my hat. Dude, we are trolling. It's okay, this is the toughest pull ever. It's like the pull's lasting too long because everyone's dead. That's so funny. Yeah, has that all been during this one pull? We all died? Yeah, but this shouldn't last a minute. Alright. Whew, nothing much, AJ, doing work. We are just putting in our own type of work in these little streams, so I keep trying to restart my explanation, but this is an intense key, so I'm trying to keep having to restart. But while we run up here, basically we're doing these dungeons, and there's a whole system that tracks your score for how fast you do them. They also scale upwards in difficulty. We're on a level 20 right now. So it gets harder than this, but it also gets a lot easier than this. And we're doing our best. So we're in just kind of a group of rando peoples that we met. It's called in this game they call them pugs a lot. You know, pickup group is kind of the old parlay MMO speak. MMO, one great thing about it, it really has its own language. So I try to explain it, especially when we got people who, you know, maybe like you said, I'm the only World of Warcraft streamer they watch. You can never be a healer. Dude, it's so fun right now. They made it so much more fun than it used to be. I have been healing since Shadowlands when I came back, basically. Or soon after I came back, and it is so fun. Like, I play my little priest.
Empowered.
Knock. Five, 4.
That guy was following me. I'm not even the right person.
Knock.
So yeah, basically the objective is to go through this dungeon as fast as we can, and the challenging part becomes if you do it fast enough, you know, you can do it on a harder difficulty. So you kind of try to find the balance between the best you can do and the fastest you can do it. You never knew what it stood for. Pick up group. Yep.
Knock.
It is a pickup group. I think they chose that expression because it kind of makes it sound like you're playing basketball or something, like you're getting exercise.
Knock.
Like, oh yeah, what did you do over the weekend? Like, oh, I had a great pickup group. Like, oh, like, you know, oh, you play, you know, soccer? You're like, oh, it's kind of something like that. I'm a Mistweaver. Okay, we're having quite a severe amount of deaths at this point. That was an ill-timed decease because...
Knock. Five. Knock.
Oh, come on. So I think we're kind of stalling right now while this guy comes back. There we go. That was nicely done. So there's a lot of things to... I like to use a lot of analogies because I know a lot of people here are from various speedrunning aspects. You know, I see a lot of you in our friend Pop and Nug stream. I know familiar faces. So I can contextualize a lot of things in speedrunning terms. So over here, like I said, is kind of like our split area. You can see how many deaths we have, which every death does add 5 seconds to the timer. So dying not only slows you down...
Now we need to clear out the big one. I will activate the goals for Lishra. That is talent toss for you soft skins. Use them to get her attention. At least we know that works.
So I had to type a few messages to my group. This is a boss where a little bit of group coordination goes well. So this boss, this boss is fun because this is a boss where I have learned so much about it in the expansion, and I used to not like it at all and consider it like one of the hardest bosses. And now it's honestly kind of fun. Basically, he does this deafening screech that you just saw that does a little bit of group-wide damage to everyone in my party. And you might have noticed it really only did about like 15% of people's health. It wasn't that severe. You kind of got everyone topped off very easily. But it leaves this debuff called Sonic Vulnerability on you. And what Sonic Vulnerability does is it makes you take 50% increasing damage from the thing. So here's another one. Watch this. See, now like some people went down to half health even. It stacks and stacks and stacks.
Dodge.
Okay, no, I thought we just scored by accident. So basically you kind of have to play it safe until you get to the point where they're going to kill you. Like, see, we're taking a good amount of damage there, but we can still heal everyone up. So we're going to let it get to 4, one more. And then we are going to score a goal, which is going to reset the stacks. The deal is you can only reset stacks twice in the fight. So you can't just reset them free. You kind of need to make sure you're doing enough... Okay, so that was the 4th one. So soon I need to score the goal. Not too soon, but probably like right now. Oh my god, I need to get the orbs. So now we're gonna reset our stacks just now, and the boss gets stunned. So this is a very like precise kind of like rotational, learn the patterns, learn how to handle them, plan it out with your group fight. And that is kind of why... Oh no, that's really bad for us. Okay, that was close. That was... We almost got zoned out there bad. Yeah, it's just really fun. There is also the thing where, like, if it gets too hard, it's basically because it was taking too long to kill. Like, maybe that means your damage isn't high enough for what you're trying to do, so... this dungeon is definitely kind of become... throughout the expansion, one of my favorites. Like, I kind of like this dungeon a lot now, after I've done it so many times. Veximus I still find very hard. We're about to go to Veximus. He's going to be the 3rd boss we do. He is a real toughie, but the good thing is, guys, it is a week where the bosses aren't going to be strong. Do not stand in the swirlies. You know, AJ doing work for someone who doesn't play the game, that is sound advice. That is almost 100% of the time a really great plan. And you know, if you can do that by staying out of the swirlies, you would be surprised how many players you would actually have a leg up on. Oh, this is feeling bad right now.
Power.
Yo, tech worm, what's up? We got the tech worm. Yeah, avoiding the swirlies. We'll see some swirlies here, guys. There's gonna be some swirlies coming up on Veximus. Veximus is a very good example of a swirly boy. And soon there might be an arcane barrage or a mana barrage coming out here soon. We might have stopped it though. Here we go. No, not that. Tech made it. Well, always glad to have anyone who came along with the raid. Glad to have him, or you know, anyone who came from anywhere. Basically, I'm glad to have everyone here, guys. We are all doing this. This part is going really smoothly. I probably just jinxed it. Let's try to do this little tech right here. So you might have seen that guy just leap across in a very annoying way. We are going to try to counter that. Oh no, not this though. Okay, we gotta clear this fast.
Dan, spread.
Let's see, can we make it? I don't think we can. No, there's no way.
Dodge.
Right here, I'll try to do it. I bet it'll go on me. See, if you hide, he won't leap. This is free tech for anyone who wants to learn a lesson. This is only applicable to players who play range, though. Don't try to do this if you're melee. Yeah, you just try to be the furthest away person.
Spread.
Hide behind this little corner. Sometimes it doesn't seem like you're able to hide, but, you know. If you mess it up, no one... I've never had anyone get mad at you for, like, not doing this. I feel like this is an example of a technique that's, like, very, like, min-maxy. Like, it really doesn't matter if you mess it up, but if you do it good, it helps your group a lot because it basically prevents this guy from jumping over here and then running back, which means everyone has to, like, run to keep up with him. If he can just stand still and, like, get wailed on while he does nothing, that's, you know, that's very much to our advantage. So there's some swirl, like even these, I didn't even mention these, but like these are definitely swirlies that you need to avoid. They happen randomly. That's the seasonal affix. Power infusion this lock. Let's hit a halo. Let's get out of the way of these volcanoes.
5, 4, 3.
So one other thing that is quite a bit different than a, you know, a traditional, maybe like a Kaizo speedrun or anything is not only do the dungeons scale up in difficulty, like everything has more damage, more life. You can get one shot by certain things. There are also, like, they're called affixes, and they rotate from week to week, and they affect how the dungeon is played. So, like, strategies that work one week might not even work the next week as the affixes change. So this week we have to deal with Sanguine, which you might see all these little blood puddles all over the world.
Spread.
Okay, we're doing the same thing again. We're hiding here. Any second now.
Spread.
Yep. Hiding again. Oh, we gotta dodge the swirly, dodge the swirly.
Spread.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Dodge.
I had to life grip that guy in. So one of... Oh, my friend! Close call there. One of my class's abilities as a priest is called Leap of Faith. But it's actually surprising I remembered the name is actually Leap of Faith. Everyone calls it Life Grip because there's a Death Grip. So I just used it to great effect to basically position myself where I needed to dodge this. But then we needed to get we needed to basically touch little noses to oh, see, I messed it up just now. I messed it up. I'm so sorry, guys. He got too far away from the thing for me. The tank's not helping me with the positioning anymore. Oh, but that actually worked nice because we moved the guy out of... Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I messed it up twice. We just keep getting dragged away from this pillar. Bum 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 bum. Guys, what were you doing out over in White Smoke's channel tonight? What was going on over there? What were you guys up to?
Excuse the mess. It has been quite some
You guys came in at such an intense moment I didn't even have time to fully
just putting together my
graciously greet you. Yeah, did I even say welcome to everyone? Like I said, that tree boss is a very intense
4,
moment.
3, 2.
That was a bad life, powered life. Yo, Penguins has subscribed for 9 months. Wow, Penguins, thank you so much for the subscription. Always greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Guys, yeah, I might be, you know, misleading. You do not have to subscribe for tips. I know I've given some Penguins some hot tips tonight, and then you subscribe. Subscribing is not mandatory if you want hot, fresh tips. I'm serving up hot, fresh tips for free, all the time. Love to serve them up. But you know what? I also love to get the subs, so thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Try to harness this energy to finish out the key strong here, guys. We got a nice momentum built. What do we... Oh, we got 12 minutes left, though. I don't know. The timer Is that a tight timer? I don't know, 12 minutes. I feel like I'm always overestimating how long it's going to take. We really just need to do a boss and like one more wing of trash. And we have a third of the dungeon. I think we'll be okay.
4.
Wow, I am playing it fast and loose. If you guys hear that countdown, that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 that's coming, that's one of the affixes I mentioned. It's the seasonal affix, which is the only one that doesn't change, but it's permanent only for this season, which is season 1 of the expansion. Basically, everyone gets a positive or negative charge for 15 seconds, and you do extra damage and healing. But, downside, if you don't release your charge by stacking with someone of the opposite charge, you get a huge stun that will basically kill you. Like, you get stunned and you take damage. So, the ideal play for Thundering is to wait as long as you can to, you know, touch noses with someone, kind of give them a little hug, which clears it up. There are certain times, like if you know, it's kind of an instinctual thing, you know, you have to use your intuition a lot. Oh, we just healed that guy up a lot. You have to use your intuition because if you know there's something coming up where you need to move around or like spread out, you have to clear it ASAP. But if you know you're going to be able to just chill for like 10 seconds, you can just kind of chill, you know. And you'll see people sort of partner off a lot of the time. Like you'll see a positive and a negative sort of like go off to make out point together, kind of hang out like side by side. Like, hey, when the time comes, like me and you together, we're right.
Soak.
Attempting to prevent it from absorbing stray arcane ores that could allow it to grow.
Beam.
So this boss, this is the boss. Every boss in this dungeon has gone drastic like changes in my perception of it. This is the boss that seemed like the most fun and the freest and the easiest and the most chill at the beginning. It's actually the hardest sometimes.
Soak. Beam.
We are on Fortified this week, which means that the bosses are not buffed, but the trash... Oh, here's swirlies. Watch out for swirlies, guys. A series of 3 swirlies coming. We dodged them all.
Soak. Beam.
Yeah, this boss is just very... There's periods where 2 of his abilities overlap, and it can like be a one-shot almost. So it probably won't happen this week because, like I said, this is an instance of bosses are not stronger where the trash is stronger due to it being fortified as opposed to tyrannical for the affix.
No.
But nonetheless, this boss is crazy, and let's hopefully we do okay here. Swirlies, we're dodging them, we're dodging them. Watch out, friend, don't run into my swirlies, and I won't run into yours, I promise. I think we're possibly okay.
Beam.
Perfect. So beautiful. Alright. So yeah, you can see over here again, kind of going back to continue explaining the sort of interface. We can see that we have only one more boss left, the Echo of Doragosa. So we have 7 minutes, 55 seconds if we want to finish this. We still need 20% trash. So we have a little bit more trash to kill. We definitely have one more boss to kill. And you know, again, like I said, MMOs have a lot of slang. If you guys aren't familiar with the term trash versus bosses, bosses, you know, pretty self-explanatory. Trash is everything that's not a boss, basically. They used to be called trash mobs, just because they were pointless, basically, to kill. Like, it was kind of a trash, I think, is why it was called named that. Big waste of time. But yeah, so, like, basically imagine, you know, like, let's say, if we want to put it in Mario parlance, let's say that Bowser would be a boss, and, like, a Koopa or a Goomba would be trash, you know? I'm sure even Papa Nug could understand that one. No, guys, I can't just rip on Papa Nug all the time. He's not even here. Papa Nug is a good, close, personal friends, and when, you know, I know you all are friends of his stream, so... just like you're friends of White Smoke's stream, so thanks again to White Smoke for the raid. We are just going right through here, so you might notice, if you're very, very, very observant, you might notice that this is actually the beginning of the dungeon. You can choose what way you go in this dungeon, left or right. it kind of depends on what the affixes are for the week and like what the plan is for the group, what way you go. We obviously went counterclockwise, which worked quite nicely for us. So you kind of go counterclockwise and kill the first 3 bosses, which unlocks the area of the final boss. So this is where we fought the tree boss. You can see his dead body right there. Oh, we gotta dodge these. Oh, I didn't clear that? Oh no. So, we are moving right along. We have 6 minutes, though. I don't know. We need 13% trash, which isn't a ton. We're probably going to do, if I had to guess, this group that we're fighting. And then I wonder if we do this group and this group as a final double pull.
Empower.
So here's an instance, Penguin's kind of going back to a conversation that we were having earlier about interrupts. These Echo Knights, you can't interrupt them per se, like your pummels, your kicks, your savage hand strikes, your rebukes, like those will not work. But you can stun that mob, that ability. So on my UI is different because I use LVUI. So for me, if the bar is red, that means it can't be interrupted, but you might be able to stun it. Can I pull it up? Someone stunned it. Like right here. See, this is black. It went away because someone interrupted it so quickly. Is this guy going to do his thing next? No, here. Nope, that got interrupted too. My group is too good. I can't show the mechanics off. Here, like this. It's red. Oh, nope. Someone stopped it too. Jesus. This group is cracked. Black. There's a black one. Okay, that guy. That was too fast though. Is this going to be 100%? Wow, that was an incredible Ring of Peace. That was so good. And what a good route. We got exactly 100%.
These are sacred
Penguins, don't feel bad about that because it took me forever to figure that out. It took me so long to figure out. When I switched to LVI, I could not fucking figure it out forever. It was actually kind of pathetic. The fact that it took me so long.
Poor marks for poor students.
Yeah, certain things have to be only interrupted, and like the guy can't be stunned. Certain things have to be stunned and can't be interrupted. Certain things you can interrupt or you can stun, depending on what you have available.
Demerit points for you.
There's a lot of, that's why like just like knowledge for every role, every class, every sort of position, every dungeon. Knowledge is insanely important just to kind of know like everything you're getting into, like, because you also need to know like, okay, let's say you learn every like thing that can be stunned. Well, what if you're playing a class that doesn't have a stun, you know? Maybe you need to learn something else that your class can do specifically. Like, there's no good examples for this season, but my priest, one talent that I can spec into is a thing called Shackle Undead, where it doesn't stun, really. It CCs mobs very briefly, and it only works on undead mobs, hence the name Shackle Undead. But the advantage is that it's spammable, and it doesn't like heal them up or anything like that, and it's repeatable. So there were a lot of dungeons in Shadowlands, well there were 2 really, where there'd be like certain undead mobs who would cast like this really strong spell that you couldn't interrupt, but I was able to shackle undead it. Like if there was a pull with 2 of them, usually like everyone had to be really careful. It was in the other side for anyone who played the expansion, if you want to know. On the way to the Mana Storm wing, the whirlwinds from the zombies.
Dodge.
But yeah, you could shackle the mobs, and just sort of like those little things. Like that's such a niche example. Like that doesn't even come up in a lot of guides. You know, like if you're reading a guide for the other side, you have to really find a specific section for it to mention like, hey, by the way, you know, like a priest can shackle undead this one mob's move. You know, so I didn't even know that for a while. Like it's just amazing. One thing, that's what I love about doing these dungeons. is you will be surprised how long you will continue to go. This is bad positioning by us. Yep, we deserve to get punished for that. I thought it was on us. I ran across. It was on the guy to our left, and I like ran into it.
Avoid.
I think we're safe here.
Poor marks.
We did it. Yo, Level XE, what is up? Welcome. I'm glad you were able to come in just to see us hit this 20 Algeth'ar Academy. We got it done.